everybody.
Hi, friends. Well, from beautiful Salt Lake City, Utah.
It's Thank God I'm Atheist.
Where we, a couple of wacky atheists, just really work hard to try and make sense of life in the Christian, fascist, white supremacist United States of America.
I'm Frank Feldman.
And I'm Dan Beecher.
And coming up on the show today, Dan, we're going to be giving some holiday advice. It's going to be the TGIA Holiday Survival Guide.
Yeah.
For our fellow atheists who may be encountering religious family.
Do you,
during
like
the holidays?
me, have a father-in-law? Let's talk about it. Let's figure it out. We'll figure it out together.
Yeah. So,
it's
fortunately, my mother-in-law is like-minded. So,
yes, that is handy. Maybe too like-minded, really.
How does that work?
I don't know. She did like you. It's an echo chamber over there.
Oh yeah, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. But that doesn't. But I do have my family.
Yes.
Who's a little bit on
your husband
side.
has a father-in-law. So
yes, true. That is true. All right, so we're going to be getting to that on the second half of the show. Just dispensing our best advice,
our wisdom, hard-won wisdom of two now 50-year-olds.
But first, there's some things that happened this week. Stuff we need to talk about. News of the week, including, Dan, the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court, who is not our friend anymore.
Not even a court anymore. I don't know what it is. It's just like the concept of jurisprudence is nebulous at best these days.
It is a fucking mess. They sure act like they're legal practitioners or whatnot.
They do. They go through all of the same motions, except that now almost everything they do is on the shadow docket because they don't want to be on the record about anything, and they're just they're turds. It's rough. What they are.
Anyway, this is actually a Kim Davis update, Dan. Kim Davis, the county clerk from Kentucky, who famously denied a bunch of gay couples licenses to marry after the landmark 2015 Supreme Court decision that legalized gay marriage across the country.
Oh my God, this has been going on for that long? This is a decade-long saga now.
That also happened while we were doing the show, Dan.
I know!
We've covered this story from start to finish now.
I hope it's finished. I don't know. I have no confidence that it's actually finished.
Well, I think the Kim Davis portion of it is finished. When the Supreme Court of the land refuses to take up your case, your appeal, basically, then you're shit out of luck.
You're
and
done.
All the lower courts have decided against her. So this means that she is on the hook for $360,000 in damages and attorney's fees to a couple who she denied a marriage license to.
Yeah.
Now, the other part of this is, at least for the time being, gay marriage in the United States is safe.
And that time being part is pretty important. But this was trying to be, and Kim Davis was and the actual like serious people that were representing her, because she's not a serious person, she's just a goofball. but the lawyers and all of these right-wing hate groups that are that pooled their resources to get her to where she got, they are literally, and they're probably going to pay. Well, no, I take that back. I'll get to that in a second. They are not going to pay her $300,000 or however much she owes. They've said they would. I think a few of them have said we'll help you out. She'll probably do a GoFundMe and a whole bunch of people will contribute. Yeah,
she's not going
to. I don't care about that so much, but what I do care about is that like they were trying to make this the case that ends gay marriage in America, or at very least paves the way to erode that right,
Right.
that gay people have.
Right.
Yeah. So good that it died.
Well, yeah, it's good. Observers didn't feel like this was a great case for that cause.
Correct.
And so they'll probably try with someone else somehow at some point.
Right.
They're probably already cooking that up. But just the fact that the like you do have people on the court like Amy Coney Barrett, who, and these people are so inconsistent, right, that it's hard to like trust anything that they have to say.
Right.
But she basically had recently indicated that there was no reason to overturn their previous decision that legalized gay marriage, because it's now sort of the established law of the land, right? And this is a legal concept, right?
Yeah,
when something's
sure.
established, it's becomes sticky, and you shouldn't just overturn it.
Yeah.
Because
right, exactly.
But yet,
Supreme Court.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
That didn't work for abortion, and that had been the law of the land for a much longer time and much more entrenched.
And not only that, the last three appointees to the Supreme Court, her, Gorsuch, and Kavanaugh, all were asked straight out in their hearings, do you see legalized abortion as the law of the land? And they all said, yeah, that's established jurisprudence.
Yeah.
There's no need to overturn it. They all overtly said that, and then immediately turned around and said, fuck off, we were kidding.
Yeah. But even like Alito, while he has continued to criticize the Supreme Court's decision legalizing gay marriage, he also said recently that he would not advocate for it to be overturned.
Okay. He wouldn't advocate for it, but if a case comes up that he has the opportunity to do it, he'll do it.
I'm reading from an article. It's not a quote. It's them paraphrasing what he said. So I don't know exactly. I can't parse out his words.
Right.
But the justices, aside from Clarence Thomas, have sort of they seem unmotivated to end gay marriage, even if they disagree with the prior court's decision to legalize
prior court. A bunch of those guys, those guys, the two Alito and Thomas were on the court that made that decision. They were, of course, dissenting.
Anyway, so that's all happening. It's great. It's hopefully we see Kim Davis. Hopefully we never hear from her again.
Oh my God.
That's what I hope.
What a boon to society if she can just quietly slip into oblivion and we never have to hear her name. That would be great.
It'd be awesome.
All right. I'm gonna take us to here. I don't know, the United States of America, where the U.S. Catholic bishops, all of them, I guess, have had an election to have a president. I guess there's a president of U.S. Catholic bishops.
Oh, nice. Okay, good.
Yeah, really important
president.
Stuff.
They have a president?
I didn't know they had a president. They have a vice president. There's an organization. I don't know.
Horrible name, like or title for a religious type figure. Like, come up with something fancier sounding than president.
I know, right?
I'm the president of my HOA. Like, it's nothing.
What about arch president? Anyway, they apparently that's a thing. And in this particular case, the two top contenders ended up being a guy named Bishop Daniel Flores of Brownsville, Texas, who is sort of a centrist, an interesting sort of guy. He's not a very, very liberal bishop. He's not a very, very conservative bishop. He's just kind of a reach across the table kind of guy.
Okay.
And the other top contender was Archbishop Paul Coakley, who is a far right conservative who thinks that the best thing that could happen in the world is if all the gays were aborted. No gays, no abortion. That's his whole thing.
Okay.
So they had this thing. Now I am going to say that this election came on the heels of a thing that was put out by the U.S. Catholic bishops, basically saying that they, as a group, are opposed to this is a quote, the indiscriminate mass deportation of people. So that's a thing, I guess. Maybe, who knows what prompted this statement. They are definitely not against deportation, period. But the indiscriminate mass deportation of people,
sure,
that they can at very least take a hard stand against that. Okay. So what does that say?
That would be a vast improvement over our current situation.
Right. Correct. And a good way for these bishops to retain some of their Hispanic pew dwellers.
Right. Okay.
Anywho, so what does that say about this election? We're all on the edge of our seat about the election.
Who they might.
Are they going to choose the uniter, or are they going to choose the far right lunatic? Of course they chose the far right lunatic. So, I mean, I could have mentioned also that like an American bishop was just made Pope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and he's not far right. He's far left. This
almost feels like a reaction to
as
that.
Bishops
in
go.
a way.
It must be.
Yeah.
It absolutely has to be a reaction to Pope Leo's election. So,
yeah.
So there you go. I'm going to call him President Leo. I'm going to call all of the elected positions in the Catholic Church president.
He's president of the Catholic Church.
He's president of the Catholic Church.
And Vatican City.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, he's not much of a president. It's not.
He presides over them. That is what president means.
Everyone can be a dictator and call themselves president, I suppose.
Yeah. Or
he is.
El Presidente.
He holds all the power.
Yes. And yet he can't get these bishops in line.
Yeah, it's weird.
Anyway, yeah, this Coakley guy is going to be running the show for the next, I think, 6 years. Is it 6-year term, 3-year term?
My God,
I don't remember. Who cares?
That's crazy.
But yeah, RNS called him a culture warrior, so that's not great.
Isn't that what they hate about the left?
Shut up. How about you just shut your mouth, Frank? How dare you? What they hate about the left is that they're culture warriors in the wrong direction.
Alrighty. Well, and the left, it largely, I think, won the hearts and minds of the American people.
When?
Are you kidding me? Gay marriage, we won on that.
Oh, you won on that,
right?
Yeah, sure.
Like,
yeah, eventually,
there's all sorts of issues that, like, the left, like we didn't win on trans issues. That was the hot one of the moment, right? But like, you win, and then it kind of fades into the background of like American life, right? And then all of a sudden, the controversial thing is no longer controversial.
Well, and that's the thing about progressivism as a concept, is that like everything moves forward, and progressives are just the ones who accept it early, and conservatives are the ones who accept it very, very, very late. But eventually, you're all
or sometimes almost. Well, they almost always come around finally.
Yeah,
right.
This is what I'm saying. It's just there will be stragglers and hangers on for a long time. Yeah. And then eventually they will all begrudgingly be like, yeah, like, you know, if you ask the most conservative dickheads in the country, there are a few that will say slavery, we should bring it back. But most will just begrudgingly be like, I get no, slavery's bad. Blah, blah, blah.
Or you're just the Amish. And you're like, no buttons, and you stick to it. All right.
They're too fancy, Frank.
Well, buttons. Speaking of things that are currently still controversial broadly in this country, even though the left is, this isn't controversial for us, but Transgender people serving in the military, right,
Ugh.
is kind of the issue.
It is outrageous. Outrageous.
Well, it is outrageous to people like Pete Hegseth, War Secretary Pete Hegseth,
War Secretary. Yeah.
Oh, can you fucking believe it? Anyway, there is a group of 17 transgender members of the Air Force that are now suing the U.S. government over the military's revocation of their early retirement pensions.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Right?
You can't, okay. Like, it's one thing to say, we're not going to have any trans in our military. But if they've already retired and they earned a pension and they were promised a pension in writing, and then they're just like, we think you're gross, so we're not going to give you any money anymore. Like, absolutely not.
Fucking dick move. That is where you can completely 100% point at that and say that is hatred.
Yeah.
That is their hatred of trans people.
And they want you to know that. They're being overt about that.
Yeah. It's disgusting. Because you're right. Like, you could, I have no interest in having this argument, but you could have the argument about over maybe the disruption to the military unit that a trans person serving in the military might pose. You could have that argument if it was an honest argument where people were actually being good faith actors and weren't using it as a pretext for their hate, which is what it actually is. But this is just literally pure hatred, and it is disgusting. So anyway, and also the key thing here is early retirement. These were people who were being basically offered a way out of the military right now, right?
We don't want you here.
We don't want you here. Early retirement. They're accepting it just to move on with their lives.
Right.
Right. And then they even pull that away from them.
Well, because not only is like the bigotry the point, but the cruelty is the point.
It seems to be the point.
That's what they want to be seen as, being cruel to these people.
God, it's just unbelievably disgusting. So the lawsuit is according to the lawsuit, the service members affected by this policy now will face a loss of up to $2 million owed to them for their service over the course of their lifetimes, in addition to the loss of health insurance benefits, which, I mean, is probably in a lot of ways the greater loss in this country, or stings just as hard. Maybe not the greater loss, but and let's see. So apparently many of the plaintiffs had already received orders allowing their retirement. Right. So let that one sit for a second. And they had some had even begun the process of getting out of the military when they did this. The Pentagon officials say that 4,240 troops have been diagnosed with, and this is their phrasing, gender dysphoria. That's what they're calling being transgender.
Well, no, I mean, gender dysphoria is a real diagnosis, and it's something that affects trans people.
Right.
But it is not transgenderism. It's not, being trans is not the same as.
That's why I said this is their phrasing of it.
But what I'm saying is like
specifically
right.
They're not saying transgender. Is what I'm
that.
saying. They're not using that as a classification. Right. Is what this sounds like to me. They're just saying anyway.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Exciting. So our frankly, why anyone who is trans would want to, I mean, we have listeners who are trans, who were in the military. Yeah. I don't understand why. I don't understand why you'd want to put yourself in that position. I'm glad that they're there. I mean, not anymore, maybe, but I'm glad that they're, I want them to be in the positions of power. I want trans people to be visibly like present in society, but I don't want them to be put in harm's way. And I feel like
Right.
being in our military is a place that is harmful for people. So I'm at odds with myself about it. You know?
Well, I mean, personally, I don't feel like you need to be at odds about it at all. Like these are people who are making decisions for their own lives.
Of course. I just
who
like,
love this country.
I just think that it's a culture that would be so cruel to a trans person. I don't know why. I don't understand why they would put themselves in that position. But
I think they probably see the importance of going in and helping to be the change, right?
yeah,
Wanting to change. Like the institution is not going to change without trans people in it,
without their presence,
without the
it's
people,
true.
without the trailblazers, right?
It's true.
And so here are people who are putting themselves on the line, not just by their service in the military, but also with their identity,
Yeah.
moving into a space that is not welcoming to them, trying to make it better.
Yeah.
And they just got the rug pulled out from under them hard.
Yeah. It's tricky. All right.
So.
Well, love to all of the trans people out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now I'm going to tell you a story about a guy named Paul Ostapa. Paul lives in upstate New York, and he was recently fired, and he is suing because he was discriminated against. And the form that this discrimination took against this good Christian man was that his company, Train, the HVAC company, the heating and air conditioning company.
Yeah.
He was a tech for them. He would go out and work on, repairing or whatever these units out in the world.
Yeah.
And Train cruelly, heartlessly sent him out with a woman. Now, here's the thing. Paul adheres scrupulously to the Billy Graham rule. Now, I don't know if you remember the Billy Graham rule, but this is the one that what's his name made famous. Anyway, he won't be alone with a woman that isn't his wife.
Huckabee.
Wasn't
it Huckabee?
Bunch of people. Anyway,
yeah. Okay.
This dickhead was trying to avoid being sent out on jobs with a woman. Like, be fucking professional. And he just didn't want to do it. And so he talked to his manager, and his manager was like, yeah, I guess I can probably schedule it, arrange to schedule it so that it doesn't happen. And so, the manager tried their best to send him out with only men. And then one time I got sent out with a man and a woman, and then the other man had to leave. And he was stuck doing a job with a lady.
Oh no. A lady tech.
Oh no. What is one to do? I don't know. Don't fuck her. How about that? She's a lesbian, by the way. The manager was like, hey, this one's no problem. She doesn't like dudes. And he's like, doesn't matter.
Yeah, because he's the one who can't control himself.
Right? Or apparently.
Right?
Oh my God. If you have that's your problem. Don't make it everybody else's problem.
Yeah. This
has nothing to do with the rest of us. That's
like, if you can't go out in public and be around people who of a gender that you find, that you're attracted to.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
get therapy.
Then, you need some fucking help.
You don't need Billy Graham. You need a therapist.
I mean, imagine being bisexual and having to follow the Billy Graham rule, right? Like,
don't be in a room alone with anybody that isn't your spouse.
Ever.
Oh no.
You never know what's going to happen.
He keeps getting off of elevators when another person gets in.
I mean, does this guy think he's so attractive that like every woman out there is just going to attack him?
It's just going to happen. I can't help it. They can't help it.
Before I established this rule, I was having sex with every woman I was ever alone with.
I didn't put my penis back in my pants. I just left it out. It's so dumb. Like so anyway, he's suing.
These are children
because his sincerely held religious beliefs were violated by this.
Oh.
He was fired and I think because he raised a stink about this. It's not clear necessarily why and the other thing is that like he didn't go through HR to get an actual plan in place for accommodating his silly little thing. He just
to accommodate his failing to successfully get through puberty.
Right, exactly.
Wow.
So anyway, that's going to court. That's cute.
Great. Well, that's good for him.
And of course he's got, he's got some sort of, I don't remember who, one of these Christian organizations is footing the bill for his great and important fight.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good.
For religious liberty.
Good. All right. Well, Dan. We just got through a very minor election season here in the United States.
I mean, it had some major implications.
Yeah, a few, but as far as it was very, like there was one race on my ballot, and I think a lot of people in Salt Lake City didn't even get a ballot.
Yeah,
because it was for city council. Did you get one? Yeah,
I had one city council thing. Yeah,
and
didn't even bother to vote because I didn't want to take the time to do the research.
God, Dan. You have to vote.
No, I don't.
All the elections, always.
Nope.
Anyway,
I don't.
So now it's time to start looking ahead to 2026, the midterms.
Yes.
These are going to be very important midterms because it will either be the moment that we claw back some power in this country from the Donald Trump administration, or it'll be the moment where he just officially takes over by using voter intimidation and whatnot in order to suppress.
Either way, it's going to be fascinating.
It's going to be great. Well, anyway, there is a tradition in this country of clergy running for office, right? It is, if you hear that Reverend so-and-so is running for office, you don't even think boo about it, right? It's just a thing, right? And in the Democratic Party, it's that tradition is almost universally comprised of black clergy.
Sure. Ossoff is the first person that jumped. Not Ossoff. Who's the other one?
Warnock.
That was
Senator Raphael Warnock of Virginia. And Georgia. There's Representative. Oh yeah, Georgia. And then there's Representative Emmanuel Cleaver, Democrat from Missouri.
Sure.
And so when white pastors run, usually they've been running as Republicans, right?
Yeah.
Well, at the moment, a progressive Christian group called Vote Common Good is tracking 30 white clergy who are running for office as Democrats around the country.
I don't know what to feel about this.
It's a shocking turn.
I am of so many minds on this.
So I wanted to bring it up.
it's the first impulse is just like, please go away.
As the atheist, right?
As an atheist, it's just like, no, let's not.
But then there's the pragmatic part of my mind that is like, well, what we really need is for this horrible Republican Party to not be completely in power, right? And Democrats running, Christian pastors running as Democrats in places like Arkansas for the House of Representatives. Hey, That's a place that like the far left is not going to win.
If it makes them electable, that's
if it makes them electable, this is the point. Like if you can win back some of these seats, then it's the Democratic Party that's in control of the House of Representatives.
Yeah.
And while maybe that's not completely comprised of everybody that you would want to have be there, it's not the Republicans in control. And we keep Donald Trump in check for 2 years.
A little bit
in check for 2 years.
Right.
And maybe Congress can start doing the things that Congress is supposed to do instead of just ceding all of their power to the president.
Right.
Anyway, so we have this, we have Rob Ryers running in Arkansas. He's using the slogan, faith, family, and freedom.
Oh my God. Well,
wow.
Yeah, maybe we'll trick some people into voting accidentally for him.
He's also a former Republican. But these are people who are concerned about specifically Christian nationalism and MAGA and all of that. And they want to run, they're running against that.
Yeah.
Right. In Iowa, we have a state representative who's by the name of Sarah Garriott, who's an evangelical Lutheran pastor who is running in the primary to be the Democratic primary to challenge the sitting representative, who's obviously a Republican. We have Justin Douglas, Pennsylvania pastor, who is seeking the Democratic nomination in Pennsylvania to run for the House. And in Texas, we have a state representative by the name of James Tallarico. And that's a name
we've talked about him before.
And let's see, he's a 36-year-old part-time seminary student and former public school teacher. And he is trying to become he's running in the primary right now.
Yeah.
He's
really
for
smart.
the U.S. Senate.
He's got a real Buttigieg vibe. Like if Opie Taylor and Pete Buttigieg had a baby, it would be James Tallarico. So I don't know.
So another Pete Buttigieg, Pete Jr.
Yeah, exactly. but the Opie face, the face is really so. He just like literally when he poops, Mayberries come out.
Oh God. Anyway, but these are people like Ryers in Arkansas who says he's running as a Democrat because the party embraces compassion for others and aligns with his faith. And I don't think that they're wrong in saying that the Democrats align better with their faith. And I think that a lot of Americans are going to, who are moderates and maybe had voted Republican in the past, but are good Christians, right? Who are going to hear that and start to go, whoa, wait a second. Like I've been really uncomfortable with Trump, but I'm uncomfortable with the left, right? And then they see somebody come along who talks like them, clearly, obviously shares their values, and they're going to be hopefully willing to vote for these people.
I mean, I think obviously doesn't share their values because their values have been hating the right people and whatever, but maybe they
talking about moderates here. I'm not talking
I don't know.
I'm not talking about MAGA or Christian
I feel like it's worth a shot. I feel like this is worth a shot.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's going to work. I don't know that it
running moderates in moderate districts isn't going to work.
No, running Christian clergy as a sort of way to court Christian moderates. Maybe it'll work, but it's very possible it won't. So it's
possible that it won't. But I'm really hopeful for this because it's a big country, and with people who believe very differently scattered all throughout it, and that's the reality of democracy.
Yeah,
and you have to I wish it didn't take this. This is our conversation from the show last week, right? Where it's basically like you kind of have to be good with the Christians, right?
Yeah. We'll see. I'll be interested to see how this plays out.
Like, unfortunately, that's the world that we live in, and we have to have allies who are willing to come to our side, who can potentially win people over.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, like that. Like I said, that Tallarico guy seems like really to have a really great head on his shoulders, and is able to speak about his faith powerfully, but in a way that is like, your faith should be about helping people.
Oh yeah,
and not being and not cruelty.
Yeah.
So
I did also want to add that all of this is happening, right? Like, this is the tactic that the left is having to take in this country, right? That the Democrats are having to take in this country to potentially wrest power away from the Christian nationalists who are running the country currently. All while the numbers, the polling numbers in this country show a 17% drop in the percentage of U.S. adults who say religion is an important part of their life.
Yeah.
And that is it ranks among the largest Gallup poll results that they've ever recorded in any country over a 10-year period. Like,
boom,
we've
baby.
had a massive drop off in religiosity in this country.
Yeah.
And funny. We're having to embrace pastors in order to get legitimacy on the left.
Well, it's funny because a lot of the people who are leaving religion, who are no longer attending, they don't pray anymore. They're not doing religion. They still habitually have a lot of those emotional habits of their religious days implanted still in them. So it's so they're not saying that they're atheists. They're just saying, like, I don't go to church. I don't know what I believe. I don't want to think about it anymore. But when someone's like, "You gonna vote for a Christian?" They're like, "Yeah." Like, it's because that's just like that's just still implanted in them. Like, it still needs to be a Christian. Yeah. Christian still equals better or something. So not
as scary. Because Muslim is scary. Right.
And atheist is scary. Atheist is still a Satan worshiper. So, and Satan is scary. I don't know. We need to get them over that hump. We need to help them. Yeah. Can someone help the people? All right. I am going to tell us all now about an exciting event that will be coming to us probably in the year 2028. So everybody mark your calendars and get ready for a trip to Birmingham, England.
Okay, sure.
Because
I'll go.
There will be an amazing new tourist attraction that I actually would want to see. But woof. So
okay.
There's this ding dong named Richard Gamble over there in the UK, who's a religious nut job. He's one of these guys that, like, at one point, Jesus told him to carry a 9-foot wooden cross for 77 miles for no good reason. You know what I mean? Like, for Holy Week.
Yeah.
Whatever. All this stuff. By the way, if you see someone carrying a cross, they're not doing what Jesus did. Jesus carried the crossbar. That went across. He didn't carry a full cross. So point at them and laugh extra.
Let them do it, Dan.
Oh, I want them to do it. I love when they do it. It is my joy. Anyway, Mr. Gamble has had a dream, and that dream is to create an enormous monument, a wall, if you will. And I believe when I say he had a dream, I believe this actually came to him in a dream. He believes that God told him to create this wall.
Oh no!
Dedicated to answered prayers, or put another way, sometimes people got what they wanted in the world. Let's make a wall about it. So anyway, he's been working on this. He found some devout son of a billionaire to give a bunch of land and a fuck ton of money, like tens of millions of dollars. And they're going to be building this thing that is actually, and I will say, the structure that they're building looks pretty cool. It's a Mobius strip. It's so you know what a Mobius strip is? Imagine like a long strip of paper. I don't know if you did this as a kid.
Oh.
You cut a strip of paper and you twist it. You give it one half
twist on one end. Yeah.
And then you tape it together, and then it's a loop, but it's got a twist in it.
Yeah.
And,
so 3D loop.
If you so this structure is going to be that it's sort of curved, and it's this big. It's going to be like 100 and something feet tall. 100 and I know I saw it. 168 feet tall.
Whoa!
It's going to be huge.
Can you get on and walk it?
You can't walk it because it goes on the side, and then it goes up and over and twists and goes down.
They should do a roller coaster on it.
It is a dumb structure. Other than it is just an art structure, and I think that there's something great about just an art structure.
Sure. Okay.
And then he's going to put a bunch of answered prayers on it. Which is like, it's grandma's cancer went away, and
we found the cat,
and my nephew got the job he really wanted, and like, what the fuck? It is a monument to, hey, that didn't go bad.
Oh no, that's so dumb.
It's going to look like
answered prayers,
a giant rubber band. I'm going to send it to you.
We should do one across the street that's like Santa's naughty list, right?
Yeah. So anyway,
hey, that is actually cool looking. You're right.
I'm saying it's enormous.
It's like the St. Louis Arch,
right? With a literal twist,
with a weird twist in it. I'm all for this structure getting built. The point of it is really dumb.
It's really dumb.
If they pull that off, that's really cool.
And just what I mean, look,
cool looking,
absolutely.
The purpose is not.
If you're in the UK and you're driving on the M6 past Birmingham and you look to the side and you see this structure, you're going to go, "Oh, that's interesting."
Can you ride a scary elevator up to the top?
I don't think so.
They should have an observation deck.
They should. Don't give them money, though, if you see this thing. But go and check it out. It'll be fascinating.
A monument to answered prayers. Why that shape? What about that shape says answered prayers? Right?
Yeah.
Like, surely they have some commentary on this.
Well, the sense that I got is that they had a contest for companies, for designers and architects to design a thing, and they just wanted something that was visually striking more than anything. But I'm sure that the firm that won the contest, I'm sure that they wrote some treatise on why a Mobius strip represents answered prayers from Jesus, but
they pulled something out of their ass.
Yeah, but I'm guessing ChatGPT could do just as good a job as whatever the fuck they came up with.
I'm gonna ask it right now.
Dear, you know what I'm gonna do? I think I do want to start all of my ChatGPT queries from now on with "Dear ChatGPT."
Oh my god, they should really somebody needs. Like, if there's going to be an opposing monument, what about the unanswered prayer?
Right.
Like,
I mean,
because isn't that where faith really comes in?
It would be
right. Isn't that the more difficult question for Christians?
If you could get adjoining land and just do a monument to the fucking shit that went down, and you begged God for it not to. That would be amazing.
A little bleaker, because there's a lot of horrible things that have happened in this world that people were probably praying to not happen. The other thing
that kills me,
definitely praying.
This Gamble guy cited the drop in religiosity of the UK as being like one of the motivators for this. And I think to myself, the way that these people whenever they have their grand ideas, and they, all of the nutballs have a grand idea that they think is going to fix the world, and it's always wrong and it's always stupid. And then one comes along and just enthralls some billionaire's kid or whatever. But like, it always shocks me what they think is going to work.
Right.
What they think is going to stick, what they think is going to actually make a difference. Because it never does.
No, but I'll take this one any day.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Rather than like
you're gonna make a cool thing,
billboards and all over America that says Jesus gets you or whatever it says, right?
or that say proof of God exists and it's a picture of a baby.
Right.
It's like what do you think is going to happen when someone sees that?
Right. I'll take some actually interesting thing to look at.
Yeah.
Right? That isn't visual pollution in this world. Right. This thing is, I would go to see it.
I would too. Really cool. I wasn't joking. It is quite lovely.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's different angles that you'll be able to see it from, and it looks cool.
Yeah.
And yet it's so dumb. Like your idea, sir, is the dumbest.
The goal is dumb. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go. All right. Well, if you would like to chime in about, maybe a shape that would actually inspire us all to come back to Jesus, if you made a monument in the shape of, I don't know, off the top of my head, I'm thinking a
dodecahedron.
That's the perfect thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, write into us, podcast at thankgodimatheist.com.
Or leave us a voicemail message and describe this shape to us. The telephone number is 424-666-8442. Stick around. There's more show coming up.
Well, Frank, we have some folks who have written into us.
Excellent.
We gotta dive into that. That's always a good thing. This is from Caleb, from the frozen north of Minnesota.
Already.
Listen.
Okay.
Utah used to be cold and snowy this time of year. This was exactly what you'd expect. I remember many a wintry, a snowy October Halloween. But it was 70 degrees yesterday here in Salt Lake City, Utah.
It was lovely. It was beautiful.
What the hell is happening? Global warming's my favorite. All right. Caleb says, salutations, Frank and Dan. I've recently been listening to the back catalog at work and in the car. I'm back to 2019. Oh, do you remember 2019 us before we knew that there was going to be a pandemic? And
boy, it was a simpler
time. And Caleb does say, I know you two are loath to have people listening to your old shows. It's not that we're loath. It's just that we just don't understand why. But go right ahead. Please enjoy. Caleb says, I noticed you stopped having audio clips from such esteemed individuals, such as the firefighting prophet and Rick Puke Wiles, or my beloved Patty Breaks.
Yeah.
He's dead, so I understand this one. These lunatic statements and their prognostications always made me feel a deep sense of joy hearing the lunacy of these individuals and their cronies. Bring back the wackos.
I wish.
Yeah.
I wish the wackos didn't have copyright on their own audio.
Yeah, this is the problem. Here's the thing. Legally, we could absolutely claim fair use and say the reason that we are playing these things is so that we can make commentary on them. And legally, we are in the clear to play those things. But every time we played one of those clips, YouTube would...
Every time recently.
Yeah. YouTube would just flag it and take it down. And we could argue about it and we could appeal it and whatever.
It goes nowhere.
But it goes nowhere. And in the meantime, our video's down.
Yeah.
And we're trying, not successfully particularly, but we're trying to get a YouTube following going.
Yeah.
And so, alas, we are at the point where we, and it's just us. It's not like we've got a team that can be like, appealing all of these things.
Well, the other thing that was happening was that, there's these algorithms out there that scan content, and we were getting flagged for the things that these people are saying.
Right.
And
yeah.
so we
were getting flagged for their misinformation
that we were flagged on, and all sorts of stuff. And it's just like, if we're talking about it, we're framing it in such a way that we don't get flagged. And that's just the reality of the world that we live in, is these algorithms jump in, they scan you, they moderate you. And there's these, and I'm going to say it on YouTube, these shitty companies, right?
Yeah.
Have nobody that you can get in touch with. There's no human being that you can get in touch with at our level who can intervene and actually go, oh yeah, and put a little bit of reason and rational thought into, yeah, let's just put that back up, because clearly that's not what was that the moderation system was wrong.
Literally,
and that doesn't exist.
So Joe Rogan can say whatever he wants because he's got a legal team behind him, and he's got this amazing thing. And we can't even play a clip of Joe Rogan saying a thing that he can say on YouTube because it's misinformation, and the algorithm can't tell the difference between us saying it and us playing somebody else who's saying it, or us making fun of it, or making a joke and saying it as though we mean it, but we don't. And it's very clear to a human that we're kidding, hopefully, but not clear to the robots.
Yeah. So
we're fighting. That's what we're up against. That's why, other than Patty being dead, that's why the Patty break had to go away. And all that sort of thing. Alas,
he ended that for us.
Yeah, thank God. So. What a kind thing for that old piece.
What
of
a
shit
better world we live in now.
Now that Pat Robertson is dead,
so much better.
We just need a lot more of them to go.
Oh, golly.
All right. Well, this is from Jim, who says, hey, Frank and Dan, love your show. Never miss an episode. You mentioned, you'll recall, Frank, that last week we talked about a parade float with the Arbeit macht frei, work makes you free sign from just
unbelievable
Auschwitz.
Story. Yeah.
And it was the Auschwitz one. It had the exact wrought iron looking thing. Anyway, Jim says, you mentioned the work makes you free sign from the parade float on the latest episode. I can confirm that it is also at Dachau.
Okay.
As I took this picture in July this last year. So yes, there is an Arbeit macht frei at Dachau also. I guess I had wrongfully suggested that maybe it was only at Auschwitz.
It was only at Auschwitz, and that it was more widespread.
It apparently was at very least in Dachau as well.
I feel like it was all around in a lot of them.
Maybe
because
I've only been to the one.
Okay.
I haven't made concentration camp tourism a priority in my life.
What a nightmare. Because I went to Dachau and it was just like, I never need to do anything like that again in my life.
Yeah, you need to go to one and bear witness. You know what I mean? Like, it's important to understand what happened there and like visually like connect with the space and understand like this is a space where the pure evil happened and we can't let it happen again. And you need to see it, and it's very powerful.
Yeah.
And very meaningful. And then, you don't have to go back.
Yeah. And I made the mistake at Dachau of, I got confused and entered the exit of the museum.
Ooh.
And did the museum backwards.
Oh.
So I was lost I had no idea what was going on.
You have just brought up in my brain so many jokes that I cannot make. You have just...
I can't even believe I went that far with it.
Shameful, Franklin. Shame. Making
the truth is, I did go in the wrong direction. I was like, oh man, well, I'm not going to go walk all the way around and go from the beginning through at this point. So when I realized what I had done. Anyway.
They pulled these people out of Never mind.
No, you can't go there, Dan. You cannot go there.
That was your fault. I blame you. Ben has written into us and said, Frank and Dan, do you ever think about the hymns and songs of your religious childhood? Not in a joking way, but instead nostalgically. I don't know about Mormons, but growing up Lutheran, there are many traditional hymns that I come back to, even if the words mean nothing to me now. Mm-hmm. For example, I recently got back into playing piano after a couple of years, and songs from my old hymn book are a great place to get back into the swing of things.
Yeah, sure.
As I play Nearer My God to Thee, or It Is Well With My Soul, I am nostalgic for when these songs meant more to me than just pretty tunes.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm alone in this thinking.
I don't think you're alone in that.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, nothing, like the whole point of music is that it's like a cheat code to get to your emotional center, right?
Sure,
it's
yeah.
like saying words is one thing, but when you add melody, when you add music, it hits different. And and that's going to implant itself in you in a way that, it's going to be different for everybody. But I will say that I was out of the church for a while, and I went back to church for some dumb thing. I don't think I'm going to go anymore, but I went back for some family thing, some kids getting baptized or whatever. And you don't want the kid to feel like you don't support them, even though you don't support what's happening to them and blah, blah, blah. And so I would go and they start playing hymns, and I'm bored out of my mind. So I'm going to sing along just for the shit of it, just because it's something to do. And then I start to well up, and I'm like, oh fuck, there's like deep implanted emotional memory to this. And music just dives straight into it.
You can rationally know that Jesus does not want you as a sunbeam. But when confronted by that song, you just kind of feel it. Jesus wants me as a sunbeam.
Oh man, that's a Mormon deep cut right there. Oh gee, I loved that song when I was a kid, because that's the song where you yell because it's like, yeah, the song is Jesus wants me for a sunbeam, and you always just yell. And I'm pretty sure I yelled bean as much as I yelled beam, a sunbeam.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't know what a sunbeam was, other than like, Jesus wants me to be one. So weird. But yeah, I mean, a lot of those old hymns, and Mormons use a lot of the hymns, the sort of other Protestant, the hymns from other Protestant traditions, or the music from the hymns from other Protestant traditions, and just overlay their own words on top of it. And they're good. They're good songs.
Totally.
They hit hard. They're real. It's legit. Music's special.
Yeah, totally.
And it's a good reminder that music is fucking manipulative.
Oh yeah. Yeah, totally.
And so keep that in mind. You know what I mean? Like, if music convinced you to do a thing, double check in with that. Get logic involved also.
Yeah, fair enough.
You got to have all. All right. Do we have some folks to thank?
We do, Dan. We have our top donor. Well, before we get to that, actually, Dan.
Okay.
We should let people know how they can become supporters of the show.
Yeah.
You can go to our website.
It's a thing that we really, it's the only way the show makes any money, and we don't make a lot, you guys. No. We're not out here getting rich. We're doing it for the people. And if you can't afford it, that's totally fine with us. It's free. Yeah. But if you can afford to give a little bit to help, if you've been thinking, maybe I should, let this be your sign.
A moment.
To pause and go straight over to thankgodimatheist.com/donate and click on the
support
Patreon. And just join up. You choose how much, and it helps.
Indeed. Well, Dan, we have our top donor to thank, our Lord and Savior, Alexandra.
Ooh, Alexandra killing it out there, lording and savioring like a badass. More show coming up. Okay, Frank.
It's
the holiday season.
Oh, stop there.
And we're not going to do any more of the song.
No more. No.
We're not allowed to sing songs.
No. Run into copyright issues.
As we've discussed, we're already in copyright trouble constantly. Yeah. Here's the thing about the holidays. What's coming up is American Thanksgiving. So if you're here in these United States, you got Thanksgiving looming currently, and then of course Christmas.
Yeah,
the world over.
Yeah, and of the two, Thanksgiving is probably for most people the easier one to do in a non-religious sort of way. Mm-hmm. Although your religious relatives will probably want to like have a little prayer and whatnot, but it's not laden with
prayer.
With like Jesus and whatnot, right?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Like, there's an easy way to approach Thanksgiving as just a day of gratitude and great. Feeling gratitude is a wonderful human emotion. Expressing it feels good. And so there you go. Yeah. Thanksgiving, you might run into some stuff, but you're almost guaranteed to run into some Christianity when it comes to Christmas.
Right.
So,
and here's the other thing. Even at Thanksgiving, there's going to be Uncle Ron or like I said, father-in-law who's going to pull you aside at some point. Maybe he's got a little bit too much, wine in him or something. And he's going to pull you aside because he knows you're the atheist.
Yeah.
He's going to be like, hey, what about this? What about that? And then you got to figure out what to do in that scenario.
Yeah. You just need a good escape phrase.
Right.
Oh, the dog.
A phrase might work. Depends on how much wine Ron's had to drink.
Yeah. But you could probably, oh my God, I hear the dog barking. Right. Or whatever fits for your home that could be a minor, not emergency, but something that needs to really be tended to quickly. Right.
If it's your home, sure.
Having something at the ready is probably smart, because do you really want to get involved in a conversation with drunk Uncle Ron?
Yeah.
Like, how do you otherwise get yourself
drunk
out of that?
Makes it impossible. Forget drunk. If it's drunk Uncle Ron, here's what you do. You carry around a drink. Make it nothing that's going to stain. A non-staining drink. Sprite is fine, but water is fine. Any liquid. And when drunk Uncle Ron or your father-in-law or whatever starts in on that stuff, sneeze and spill that shit all over both of you. Just go for a whole and then just make sure that literally liquid goes everywhere.
Oh no.
And then you have completely disrupted the whole thing.
Yeah, there you go. That's an interesting tactic.
Clean it up and then refill your glass immediately, just in case he wants to do it again.
It feels a little Three's Company, but
go full Three's Company. This is my new strategy. I say go full 80s goofball comedy. Because look, here's what you don't do. And look, I've been guilty of this. Lots of people don't have a knockdown drag out brawl.
Oh no. It's not the time nor the place.
It doesn't do any good.
Yeah.
No good ever will come of it. You will you're not going to convince them. They're not going to convince you. You're not going to, win over the family. You're just going to alienate, isolate, and make everyone feel bad.
Right.
So go the comedy route. Go the goofball route. This is what that's part one of what I'm suggesting.
Okay. You also went really for one of the more difficult scenarios, and also one of the more difficult ones to get out in front of.
Yeah, that's true.
Because a question that often comes up is that we hear, right? And I see out in the world is, how do you handle the whole prayer thing? My parents are coming over for the holiday dinner. I know that they're going to want to say a prayer, say a blessing on the food, right? And so how do you handle that scenario? Like, how is there a way to get out in front of it? Is there a way to, so that you're establishing expectations before the people even walk in the door, right?
I mean, there's a few ways to. I can tell you how I have handled it, and what has worked for me. Well, I just say, we don't pray in this house, but you're welcome to.
Okay.
And so like, I want them to feel welcomed. I want them to feel honored. I want them to feel like I care about them. And if that's part of their life that's important to them,
right.
I want them to feel honored. Now, that sometimes can backfire because someone will say an asshole prayer.
Yeah.
It's amazing how prayer can be used to dishonor other people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And please bless that Cindy and Rob will eventually see the truth of thy ways and see how beautiful you are and come unto thee, O God, or whatever. But you know what? I think starting with an olive branch is not a bad idea. And the other thing about being okay with a prayer is that you, unlike everybody else, get to open your eyes and watch and see who else opens their eyes and make eye contact with them and be like, oh, why are you opening your eyes right now? I know why I am.
Right.
Or do I have a new ally in the family that I didn't know about?
Right.
What's going on?
That's a good point. That's a good point. If you allow the prayer, there's opportunity to perhaps find somebody that you didn't know.
Yeah.
Or didn't really, feel the need to completely close their eyes as they've been commanded to in the prayer, or else it doesn't stick.
It doesn't work. If you have vision, the message doesn't get to Jesus.
But I hear a lot though, Dan. I kind of want to push back just slightly on the whole allowing a prayer thing, because I think a lot of people are uncomfortable allowing a prayer in their house.
Yes.
And
that's okay.
That's a different scenario.
Yeah. How do you suggest
manage
handling that?
Well, I think you need to probably have the conversation before people arrive.
If that's an important conversation to you, it is.
You need to get on the phone with your parents before they come over.
Yeah.
And you need to say, hey, listen, like we're not going to have any like group prayers. You guys are more than welcome to have a silent prayer.
Pray on the way over.
Yeah. We're just, that's not part of our holiday tradition.
And we don't want it. And we don't want it in our house.
Yeah. We don't want your prayers in our house.
So we appreciate you and we want you to know that we honor you, but that's something that that's a step too far for us. We're too uncomfortable with it. So we're going to ask you, look, you're making the stuffing at your house, Mom. Pray over it there and then bring it. And pray over just say a prayer that covers all the food in your car before you come in. If that's important to you.
Pray for all the food in the world.
Pray for all the food in the world.
Bless all the food in the world, that it might strengthen and nourish everybody's bodies. Why are we limiting this just to us?
Right. Why are we doing it over and over again? I pray, please bless all the food ever in perpetuity throughout the universe. Amen.
Our food system, the safety of our food system is pretty good.
Yeah.
And do we really need to be that concerned about it? I mean, this clearly is a tradition that comes from a time before refrigeration, right? Like, please, dear God, help us survive this meal, for we know not how Susan hath handled it.
Right. And we know not why little Jimmy died last year. We don't know what the fuck is happening. He ate the lasagna and we all got sick and he died. We don't know what that is. We assume you're mad.
My tummy felt bad too, but I didn't die.
We assume that it made you mad, that lasagna. So please don't be mad about our crostini tonight. And So
I stumbled upon a suggestion for handling the prayer online that I want to hear your reaction to, Dan, because I thought this was pretty clever.
Okay.
It's the idea that you can that you start the meal in the place of where a prayer would normally happen. Mm-hmm. You as the host take control and you offer a toast that expresses a lot of the sentiments that a prayer over a dinner would express. You thank the people who cooked the meal. You thank everybody for coming over and that everybody arrived safely. And you're just so thankful for that. And, and here's to this meal, that we all enjoy it, that it blah, 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 blah. And then Merry Christmas, everybody. Right.
I really like
And then everybody chimes in with a big Merry Christmas. It feels like amen.
Yeah.
It feels like everything about it.
Everybody clinks their glasses.
The little steps. Yeah. It has all the steps of a prayer, fills the space, that void, that awkward moment that people who do pray before every meal feel when no prayer is offered. And everybody just sits down, and it just is an elegant way to just manage that moment. What do you think
really
of
like that? I will say this, like there was one time when my ex-father-in-law, my father-in-law from my first wife, called on me to say a prayer, knowing that I was an atheist.
Good Lord. That is a dick move.
And I don't think he was being a dick. I think my current father-in-law, if he did it, he would be being a dick.
Oh, okay.
This guy, he was just sort of this sweet, delightfully clueless, absent-minded professor type.
Okay.
And so I don't think he was being a dick, but I don't know what was going on in his head. His wife, my mother-in-law, turned to him and was like, "Calvin!" And I went, "No, it's okay." And what I did was I folded my arms and I said basically something along the lines of, "For what we are about to eat, may we all be thankful, and may we all appreciate the presence of each other and encounter each other with gratitude and love. Mm-hmm. Amen." And I think I said amen, but I didn't say in the name of Jesus. Amen just means we all agree.
Sure. Yeah.
And that's what I said. And they all said amen. And they were very grateful that I didn't make it a big, weird, awkward thing the way Calvin did. And then we ate our food.
Yeah. Okay.
But I love the idea of like just right when the prayer would happen, you stand up and you just sort of take control. You raise a glass and you say something along the lines of, you command them to raise their glasses. Everyone, please raise your glasses.
Yeah.
And you just say something along those lines.
Yeah.
We're all thankful for the food here and thankful for everyone who made it. We're so grateful that you could be with us. We're so grateful that we're all safe and together. Cheers. And then, And then, like you say, it fills that moment. And then you say, "Let's eat." And then do not provide any space for anything else.
And everybody's going to dig in. And everybody, if you did it right, like people felt their feels.
Yeah.
Right.
That's not to say that, someone might not go, "But what about the prayer?" At which point everything's lost and you just have to go, "Oh God, why?"
Thanks, Gladys. Fucking hell, Gladys. It was a beautiful moment, Gladys.
And that's when you call on your redneckest cousin and you say, "Jimbo, say a prayer." And you've conspired with him beforehand, and Jimbo just goes, "Rub-a-dub-dub, thanks for the grub, amen." And then you go.
Yeah.
That's your backup plan is Jimbo.
Well, anyway, if we want to, let's do one more topic and then we'll wrap up the show.
Okay.
The onslaught of Christmas in public. You're just minding your own business at the fucking supermarket.
There's fucking nothing you can do.
Like, and I know you've said this one before. Music is a big thing that really gets like just the constant Christmas music, right?
And it's the same bad songs over and over and over and over and over. I saw a video on TikTok the other day that was it was three guys that were just hanging out. Halloween was over and they're just three guys having a good time. Mm-hmm. And suddenly there in the distance is Mariah Carey. And she's like, "I don't want," and her song starts playing. And two of the guys are like, "Oh, that's fun." And one of the guys is like, "No." and she becomes this demon that's coming for them and whatever.
Oh my God, yeah.
The Mariah Carey song drives me bonkers. Anywho, it's
one of the finest songs ever written. Structurally, melodically, conceptually.
God damn it. Anyway, the point to me is, look, I avoid the retail spaces now. Like after Thanksgiving, I avoid retail spaces as best I can.
Can you deal with the visuals, or is it?
I kind of love the visuals. I'll be honest with you.
So it's really the music.
I love the visuals. I go to places where they have lots of lights because I think it's fun. And it's a festival of lights in the middle of winter when you're feeling the most depressed. Go out there and see it for what it is, which is a light festival that's meant to make you feel better. Go get it. Go get it and make fun of it. Make fun of the decorations if you want to. Not out loud, but like with your friends.
Yeah.
In the car or whatever, and seek them out. The cheesier the better.
Yeah, okay.
For me, but yeah, I kind of love a lot of that stuff. And the truth of the matter is, and this is coming from a traditional curmudgeon of various ways. I have humbugged many a humbug in my life.
Sure, yeah.
But the more things in our lives that we can enjoy, the happier we are going to be. I think so. Just a fact. I'm
going all out decorating for Christmas this year.
Boom.
I told Dave, I'm like, I'm doing it. Expect some bills. The money's being spent. I am going nuts.
Go for it.
But Dan, do you wear like headphones to kind of block out? Like just because that seems like that could be a good strategy to just like.
I have no objection.
Put some headphones on or earbuds, whatever, and just like go through the supermarket listening to the Paul McCartney song you want to be listening to. Right.
Or death metal. Death metal pairs beautifully with Christmas decoration.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, if you don't want the horrible earworm songs getting stuck in your ear, like the Mariah Carey, like the Paul McCartney.
Oh my God, the Paul McCartney is so bad. And God help
it's
you.
It's almost just saying Paul McCartney and Christmas, and it's like, like it's already like
what's worryingly
close to being stuck in my head.
What's nice is that the song didn't pop into my head, yet a shiver went down my spine.
No, it's in the recesses of my mind right now.
Oh my God. I got to say, and Lord help you if Christmas Shoes comes on, because that is suicidally bad. That is murderously bad.
So I want to add that to my tips because I think a lot of people probably have that same reaction, that it's the music that's really bugging them more than anything.
Break out the Christmas headphones.
The kids are already get this one because they're already all walking around with earbuds in all the time anyway.
With their iPods and
AirPods and
AirPods. That's what
but the older ones of us who have just suffered through for so long maybe haven't thought that one through and just put them in and go about doing your grocery shopping.
I'm all about the over ear.
Or go with
because then
noise canceling.
It's noise canceling. People don't bug you.
Yeah,
people see that and they're like, "Oh, I better not say what I was going to say to that person."
Yeah, and put on whatever works best for you, and just avoid it. Yeah. So,
alrighty. Well, hopefully this has been helpful. If you would like to chime in with your own tips, tricks, whatever you got. We all need them, so please write them into us. podcast@thankgodimatheist.com.
Like, comment, and subscribe. It helps us out if you do. You can also give us a phone call at 424-666-8442. Leave us a voicemail, and there's a good chance we'll play it on the show.
Yeah, I love it. I don't know what I say now. To support the show, go to thankgodimatheist.com/donate.
This episode was edited by Roger Gowdy, and music was provided by the Red Rock Hot Club and Gordon Johnston.
Thanks to all y'all for tuning in. We sure do appreciate you.
Thanks so much, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank God I'm Atheist is a production of TGIA Media LLC, copyright 2025, all rights reserved.